What's up, everybody? Rashad McCrorey here, owner of Africa Cross Culture. We organize trips to the African countries of Egypt, Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, Rwanda, and Uganda. You may have seen me on CNN, ABC World News, Forbes Magazine, World Star Hip Hop, The Griot, Blavity, Travel Noir, and many more. Today's video, my review of Coming to America Part 2. We will talk about the pros, the cons, why I was very insulted as a Black American and even more insulted as a Black American man. Also talked about how these old stereotypes we had of Africa are no longer true or shouldn't even be mentioned anymore, which I thought was done well in the barbershop scene with the older men. When the younger person said something that was stereotypical, they threw them out. The old people who were 70, 80, saying those old stereotypes, it was supposed to be funny. This is how old people think. But the instant a young person said it, was like, no, we don't have them thoughts anymore from you, young man. You have to go. You can't be in my shop. Now, with the emphasis being on transgender relations, women's empowerment, talks about Barack Obama and society and racism, we still had a portrayal of Black Americans that was just ghetto, ignorant, and uncultured. Case in point, today I went shopping at one of my favorite markets. I went to go pick up some food. The lady was watching television and they gave a commercial of Coming to America 2. It was an Amazon commercial on Coming to America 2. I also have something to say about Amazon. And she said to me, oh, I hope they show the movie again. I saw it the first time. I really liked it. Cool. That's all I was said. I said, I saw the movie last night also. People around the continent are watching Coming to America 2. Why is every single Black American character in Coming to America 2 ghetto, hood, nothing special? Even Eddie Murphy's wife was the queen. She was supposed to be the preppy Black girl, aka prototype preppy Black girl. She was regular in the movie. She wasn't no wise queen like the first queen was in Coming to America 1. She didn't give no advice. She kicked her husband out the house. She kicked him out the bedroom. She was happy to find another ghetto ratchet friend. Like, oh, this is somebody where I'm from. Bitch ass say what? Stupid ass say what? What? You know that joke. So no John Amos, Mr. McDowell, he wasn't nothing special. No Black American in that movie represented me, a strong Black American man. No Black American in that movie represented the type of woman I was like, yo, that's a Black American woman that I want to date, that I want to be my wife, that I want my kids to be like. I had an issue with that. Moving on to point number 2. This is my red pill. I'm an alpha man, strong, Black, powerful man. I look at things through a red pill lens. This guy was a total failure. From beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, he had a tiny little swag in the beginning of the movie. I'll talk about that a little more as I go along this route, but he was a total failure from beginning to end. I'm going to break down why. I'll talk about some of the good things later on when I talk about the pros of the movie, but first off, we're going to go to his marriage. He was in line to be the king of Zamunda, the king of Africa. Not the king of Africa, the king of a powerful, rich country in Africa. He met a woman for 1 week, fell in love, and gave up his entire inheritance. He gave up his entire inheritance to be an ambassador. Yo, I'm Rashad McCrorey, the owner of Africa Cross Culture. I've been on CNN, ABC, World News, The Griot, Blavity, World Star Hip Hop, Forbes Magazine. I'm well in line to be an ambassador. He gave up being the king of Zamunda to be me. Now, granted, I dropped my notes. I'm not looking at them so far. I don't think I looked at them. So granted, he got his heir. He's set. Eddie Murphy, King Akeem, good king. He's going to take care of him. He's going to have that account. He's going to have that money. But he's not going to be the king. He gave up the kingdom for a girl. She wasn't going to give that up for him. Let me tell you how. How I know she wasn't going to give that up for him? Because he promised to take her to America. He didn't say, come with me to America. He said, come with me to America. You can open up your own barbershop in America. She didn't come with him to America straight off the love of him. He's like, wow, where I'm from, you can have your own barbershop. A lady can have her own business. She say, here, women can have her own business here. You know, in America, you can have your own business. You can do whatever you want there. She came with him off the strength of that. She been cutting the hair of royals. She been cutting the hair of whoever royal came to stay at the castle and needed a haircut. If I'm a royal, if I'm an ambassador and I was staying at Prince Hakim's castle, she was cutting my hair. She was coming across rich Africans her whole life. Wealthy Africans her whole life. She meet him. He say he gonna take her off to America. She's out. So let me tell you how I know. So later in the marriage scene, when she's in the movie theater, remember, art imitates life. Art imitates life. So later on, when she's in the movie, when they're in a marriage scene and they're getting married in the bootleg chapel with the old perverted, con artist preacher, she's saying yes, but she's looking around like, okay, we're about to get married. Remember, they had already stopped by the barbershop where he already got her job secure. So they ain't go straight to get married. He took her to the barbershop. Remember, when Prince Hakeem was looking for her, yeah, they was just here. They got a job here and everything. So she already had a job secure. So she already had a level of security. She was already in America. She already had a job security, and she's thinking about that visa. So now she's looking around like, okay, I'm going to still marry you. No, I love you. It's fine. It's fine. She's telling him, it's fine. It's fine. I'm ready. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. I'm sure. Let's do it. Now, Prince Hakeem came in. The king came in. The wealthy king came in and said, son, I still love you. I want you to come back home. I understand. He said, well, I love this woman. I shouldn't have to marry somebody I don't want to marry. It's okay, son. As soon as Prince, the high value man, came in and said, son, it's okay. You can come back home to Zamunda, her whole attitude changed. Prince Hakeem sat down, the wedding was about to start, and then it was like, hold up, wait. It was always my dream of being married in front of my family in Zamunda, because a better option came. She didn't have to stay in America. She didn't love him like that. I don't think that marriage would have lasted more than 5-10 years. She would have got a visa, she would have got on her feet, she would have got, wasn't talking that. Ladies, gentlemen, men, go to my video, Top 5 Lies Ghana, women telling Ghana. I know I got a little critique because I ain't start talking in the video until like 3 minutes into the video. But if you want to forward to around minute 328, go to minute 328. Or if you want to just watch my little rant in the beginning, go. But it's my second most watched video, and it's also the third video with the longest watch time on average, because men are loving the content in that video. Women, go to my video, Top 5 Lies Ghana Men Tell. That's my highest ranked video right now. I'll leave it in either the description box or the comment box. So those are my issues. I have a big problem with that. The pros about the movie. First off, what you have to understand, with Coming to America 2, it was an Amazon original movie. It wasn't a Warner Brothers produced movie. It didn't have that huge budget that Eddie Murphy was getting, inflation counted. These huge 1980 Eddie Murphy budget movies. It wasn't Trading Places. It wasn't Coming to America where you got scenes inside of Madison Square Garden. They just did it on a set in Zamunda. If you ask me, Zamunda is in East Africa. The country Zamunda is in East Africa, but the people have, West African features and culture influences. Like I think Zamunda physically would be in West Africa. East Africa, Zamunda physically would probably be in East Africa. You could tell by the wildlife. That's why I say East Africa. And you can tell by the people and how they kind of gave the characters their cultures and their traditions. I would say Zamunda, the people itself is based out of West Africa. So now I'm going to go to my notes, because that was just like my internal, this is why I ain't like it as America. The pros: celebrate life while it's alive. Celebrate life while you're alive. James Earl Jones, King Jaffe Joffa. He wanted to be celebrated while he was alive, and he was able to die in peace because he was celebrated while he lived. He lived the life that he wanted to live. He lived the life by his terms until his last breath, his last wish. Celebrate me while you're alive, and he died a peaceful death. Again, we discussed the change. You know, they talked about gentrification. They talked about progression, whether you agree with it or not. I think they did a solid job at showing as the times have changed. Again, the older people were able to get away with making jokes about these African stereotypes, but they also showed how when a younger person made the stereotype, they kicked them out the barbershop. That was very significant. They're saying that old people, they still have these old stereotypical beliefs of the old dogs, you know, don't learn new tricks. But us young people, we need to understand that we can't say those things. These things are not true. These things are stereotype, and these things are not allowed. Again, I'm very disappointed that they allow for Black American stereotypes to be prevalent throughout the movie. That was very disappointing. Yeah, these people was funny but not embarrassing. Rite of passage. I always say as Black American men, we don't have a rite of passage. We don't have our hero's journey. We don't have our rite of passage. Even though I was very disappointed in the Prince character, not the actor, but the Prince character, how he's portrayed throughout the movie, he went through his rite of passage. Also, something else I wanted to know, the only time that he really had a little bit of swag is when he said, hey, I'm bringing queens to Africa, queens to Zamunda. I have a video, I'll put the link in the profile, the 10 Expat Commandments, and I believe commandment number 7, no later than commandment number 8, is play up your Americanism when you're an expat. Be American. Learn the culture, learn the tradition, learn the language, but be an American. You know, sometimes you see me dressed in my African wear and I got my little African beads on, but I'm Black Americaned out. I look like a Black American walking down the street. I'm not looking African walking the street. I'm playing up the fact that I'm American because you get favored. You're somebody different. People want to know who you are. People want to interact with you. People want to be good to you. People want to do favors for you. Some people don't. Some people want to scam you. Some people want to harm you. But that's also why you have to use your street smarts. So I like the fact that he was the Prince of Queens. So overall, if it was a 5-star system, I would give Coming to America 3.5. If it was a 10-star system, I would give it a 6. It wasn't hilariously funny. I didn't like I didn't like the Black characters. I'll be honest with you. Some scenes I like the Prince, but in general, I didn't like the mother really. She's a funny lady, but I'm tired of the big Hawk and burly black women who have to rape a man for a woman. That's Norbit. You know, that's Big Mom. That's Norbit. You know, I didn't like that. The mother who was the AKA prototype light skinned woman, another colorism. You know, Eddie Murphy Black, the baby mama Black, the Prince is fair skinned. You know, I know. You know, like I'm Black. I'm dark. I have a 6-year-old. Her mom is dark. But her great-grandfather on her mother's side is white. So our baby's fair. Yeah, those things happen. James Earl Jr. was fair. I did see some colorism there. You know, it is what it is. You know, the Prince chose a woman who was fair-skinned. So back-to-back Coming to America movies, they kind of dodged the darker women, even though was a brown. The lady he was supposed to marry the first time, I like whatever you like. He was supposed to be brown. She wasn't fair skinned, but she wasn't dark. But again, he dodged the submissive dark woman for a opinionated fair skinned woman, just like in part 1. So again, I give it on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it 6.5. You know, 5 being average, so 5, 6, you know, out of 10. A 5 scale, five mics, I give it 3.5. Will I watch it again? Yes. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, share with a friend, show some love. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I believe at the start of this video, I'm in the early 600s. I think 620, 630. Love you all. Peace. Mwah.